Cheesman, and I'm one of the on the steering committee for Maxine's campaign. And Maxine Cheesman, for those of you who do not know, Miss Cheesman, is a local attorney here in Palm Beach County. I've known her for probably 10 years. I've had the pleasure of working with her on opposing side and also along with her. She's a dynamic individual. Some of you, a lot of you guys know her, and she's a dynamic person. Maxine, her brochure's there. I don't want to essentially steal her thunder, and also her brochure has a lot of information about her. So I'm going to turn the floor over to Maxine and have her tell you what it is and why you should vote for her on August 28th, 2018. Again, August 28th, 2018. If you're not registered to vote, please make sure you do register to vote in advance, and I don't know if the time is running out, so make sure you do register to vote so that you can ensure that Maxine will be on the bench, and she will be on the bench, but your vote does count.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you all came. I really appreciate it. I have to tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, the election is, as Nadine said, on August 28th, and it is a county-wide race. Of course, I'm running for the circuit court, and it's all over the county. So anyone who is a registered voter should and can vote, all right? Okay, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a 39-year resident of Florida, a 23-year resident of Palm Beach County, an attorney, a scientist, a hydrogeologist, and a community leader. I'm sorry, I just can't stand still. As an attorney, I've been an attorney for the last 13 years, and I've practiced in almost every area in the civil court. I've litigated in the areas of bankruptcy, foreclosure, probate, fair housing, employment, family, contracts, and construction law. I'm also admitted to practice in the middle and southern districts of Florida. That's the federal courts. That's where I do the fair housing cases and employment cases as well. Prior to becoming an attorney, I was a 27-year resident or public servant. I spent 14 years with Miami-Dade County Department of Environmental Resources Management, or DERM, as a scientist and a hydrogeologist. I spent 13 years as a division director with the South Florida Water Management District. At the district, I was their division leader, a division director, and I oversaw multi-million-dollar budgets on an annual basis and up to 75 people at a time. At the district, I was also an expert witness for the district. I was an expert in the area of water quality monitoring. You may not think it requires an expertise, but it really does. You got to know how the water flows, what's in the water, and what is going to pollute around it, and where to put the monitoring sites. That's what I was good at. Well, one of the things. I graduated from University of the West Indies in Jamaica with first-class honors in chemistry, with a minor in biochemistry, and I graduated with a master's degree in organic chemistry from University of Miami. I also got my law degree with honors from Nova Southeastern University. I also won the Book Award for Employment and Labor Law. I tell you all of this not to brag. I tell you this because I want you to understand what I'm about to say. I am uniquely qualified. My science, environmental, and law degree separates me from all of my opponents, my two opponents in this race. I can hear cases that deals with complex environmental issues, land use, water quality, eminent domain, boundary issues, and of course, wetlands, saltwater intrusion, and anything complicated in the environmental field. Ag-reserve, if I don't say ag-reserve, I'll get punished. Ag-reserve and Everglades restoration. After I'm also very active in the community, both as a volunteer and as a leader. As a volunteer, in my legal career, I have done so much pro bono, I've stopped counting. And Legal Aid in 2012 gave me the honor of an award. It's called the And Justice for All Award for my pro bono activity, which I was very appreciative of. I don't do it for the awards, but it's nice. I also work with the homeless on a weekly basis, sometimes more often than that. I go and I feed them, and I carry food out to the park for them. I also did it in Miami from my home every Sunday for about 4 years.
Sorry, where's your home? Where's your home?
When I was in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Not from Jamaica.
I just want to make sure you're right, you know.
But anyway, the other thing I have been involved with, I was a board member of the Grassy Waters Preserve Advisory Board for the city of West Palm Beach. I've also been on the board of Peace. I don't know if you all know Peace.
Yes.
It's people engaged in active community efforts. And I was an advocate for the wage theft ordinance that we got passed by the Palm Beach County Commission. And that's just one of the things we did, because Peace did a lot of things. I had to resign from Peace so I could run for this, so there's no conflict. But I'm from Jamaica. I am married, and a lot of people say I never talk about my personal life, so let me tell you, I am married to the same man for the last 32 years.
You must be a good
To tell you a little joke, we didn't know if it was June 5th or June 6th, so we celebrated both. We didn't have kids because I was focused on my career, and he didn't want kids either, so it was a match made in heaven. Don't tell him I said this, please. Otherwise, we'll have trouble getting the head through the door. But he is my rock. He is the wind beneath my wings. He's very supportive, and I really hail him. All right, love. I'm an analytical person. What do you expect?
You're a judge.
But my goal to be a judge, I mean, I wanted to be a judge because I love saving the environment, and it was for a better good, for the good of a lot of people. But I missed that one-on-one interaction with people, so I went into law. And there is a limit to what you can do. You're a zealous advocate for your client, and you do as much as you can. But I just feel like I can make a much better impact if I'm able to be a judge, because I know I'm going to rule fairly. I don't care where you come from, what you look like, what economic means you have, but the whole purpose of being a judge is to make everyone, when they come to your courtroom, feel like they have been heard.